Internalizing. What are you internalizing? I hear the crows, the ravens, the things that won't be behaving. Save, crave, bathing in the things that we cannot see, the things that we lie, the things that we hide, the things that we try. Those crows still chirp, even though death is not becoming. It's not shown. But I digress. The moment shall be put to the test. What do you think? What do you think we're put on this earth for? To work for another. To be a mother. Or to look out for each other. Or is it to work until we're put in the dirt and then we're talked about in our wake and our eulogy of how such a great man we were, but just wasn't noticed until we was dead. Instead of the man first rose by death, let be the first rose by love. Not even a rose can fix the things that he was never hugged for, never loved. But the system is built by a so-called man. The things go hand in hand. It's always a war for each other. It's never love each other just like you would love your mother, but instead you're crying about a person you misled, and you think you're a bad person because you didn't learn the ways to talk to that person. You didn't learn the ways to worthy about others, to weep for others. Not the grief, not heap, not the heat, not the mystique, but not the mystique of the sounds that you cannot get out. So you frown and you pout and you tend to put on this crown so you think you're a king, but you know it's not what it is. It's not what it's meant to be. I heed the moment of my death because I know it was never sent. I see the things that I wasn't supposed to see. I'm aware of the things I wasn't supposed to be. I know I'm in this moment, but I see it as a joke. The absurdity of life tends to make me croak, right? But I don't have no nihilistic view of the life. I have no nihilistic view of living. But I know psychologically, being in poverty tends to diminish the things that you want to be. It tends to break down your psyche on a micromic level. Maybe as my genetics tend to wither away by age, so maybe I have to create kin so I can stay this man I want to be. I want to create something more damper, more polished, more astonished, more fancy. But the emotional mode, no, that's not it. That's not the emotional. Is it the emotional rigmarole that tends me to hit toe to toe as I walk the path that was never laid down for me? They always say I want to create my own path, but your path is stolen by others. You pick and pry the things you want by their path, and then you put it together with a little bit of lies and cement, and there you go. Your ragged, rugged path of your own, so to speak, but it wasn't yours. It's just another clone of things that you liked, but you didn't want to be alone. You didn't want to attend for your tones, not for the sins that you came alone. river and river, up and down, up and down. You only sound crazy when it doesn't work, but it sounds pretty sound once it works. So as you feel it, as you be it, the cringiest beings tend to be the strongest. You may work for me, but doesn't mean that I'm above you. Yeah, the smartest guy in the school might get bullied and he might be a CEO, but deep down he's still alone. He still wants to prove to the people that he used to be in class with that he's better now than once he was. But he regrets not telling them that because he was bullied and so-called scrutinized for the things that he liked. But now that he's older and he has a bit of might, he tends to test them. He tends to show them that I can be just as sadistic and malice as you were, but you didn't know no better. I'm aware of the situation. I'm aware of my emotions, so I'm going to do it out of revenge and grief and out of sadness that I wasn't treated as others. The only love that I got was from my mother. So how do I bother my brother? How do I tell them once another as he wants to take his life off this earth just as I was? No man should be speaking of something he does not understand. But it always goes hand in hand. I tend to command the things that I cannot stand. A friend or a fiend. A friend or a fiend. A foe. Must go. A frenzy that commends the pansies. A frenzy. Friend, fiend, frenemy. What's meant to be? You correlate two words that are spelled similar but has no rhyming, has no authority over others. A double entendre means nothing without the one that double back. So whatever you say might seem as whack, but when you write it down on paper, it tends to be astonishing what the meaning actually means. But if you break down every joke or every lyric, it tends to lose the meaning that it once had. So you heed the moment of people understanding you, and you just take it as it is. You take it as it is. You take it as it is. You take it how it is. You take it what it is. Misunderstanding and misconnect is the greatest thing that creates things that was never meant to be. You may say one thing, but it means another to another person. Your perception means nothing without the perspective of the world. As I say, I twirl my finger and I wonder, what is the world? You know? Can you cover it with poetry? Can you cover it with big words? Can you cover it with psychology? Can you cover it with philosophy? Can you cover it with lies? Can you cover it with your highs, or can you cover it with the people that died? There's no reason to cover in the world because the world isn't the problem. It's you. You are the problem. You figuratively or you mentally. Us as beings are the problem. Famish, savage, solid, murder. All those things have tarnished the world, but the reason that it's here is because of us. Because of you. Not you in particular, but you as a human. As I am. As that's why I tend to never brandish me being a human being. I will get a knife and carve it on my skin if I have to. Discrediting my body as I say I am not human because yeah, we make mistakes, but we are aware of the mistakes that make us great, right? Some of the greatest people are also evil. They might have done astonished things for the world, for knowledge, but morale and morals, they weren't there. Infidelity, lies, murderers, sloth, greed, glutton. Each sin has been impacted by one great man. It's either they're great for things they impacted or great for things that they have taken. Not great for things they have made. Would have been discovered, not created. We discover, not create. We discover, not create. once another, and another, trying to be something you cannot bother. What's the moment that holds? I tend to soak in the moment. But it's all a joke. It's all a big ass hoax. Trying to fill out who's your folks and who's not. But once again, I tempt for the sins that I cannot commend. Hand in hand, I stay again.